Hey guys, it's Shay Love, and this is Pretty Little Liars, Season 4, Episode 2. It starts off with the girls at the coffee place talking about Hannah about when's the last time she talked to her mom, and about the veiled woman and the funeral, and also Hannah bringing up where the hell was Melissa at, and Spencer said Melissa was in D.C. for an internship or something. Um, Spencer's trying to make a dialogue of the lodge with french fries, carrots, celery, and freaking mozzarella sticks. Okay. Um, Mona comes in, the girls still don't trust her, and she tries to prove her innocence again by bringing the girls to the RV. And then they go to the RV is gone. Spencer and Hannah drive off. Mona goes to her car, but somebody is trying to talk the shit out of her. And she gets off the car, and Aria and Emily help her out, but the person who's A this time tries to run them over, and Emily ends up hitting a rock, bruising the hell out of her shoulder. Hannah's mom is back. Hannah gives the phone back to her mom when they have a conversation, and Hannah lies about where she found it, and Mrs. Marin acts like she lost it all nonchalantly and shit, knowing that damn well you were still here before you went to the damn city. Yeah. Aria talks to Hannah about what happened with Mona last night, and then she confronts Shauna, Paige, and shows Emily how their future dorm room will look, and then she kind of hugs Emily, but Emily's in pain, and as usual, the girls lie. Emily lied to Paige about what happened and how she don't think she'll be able to swim. Toby and Spencer talk, and then they act all weird towards each other. Well, Toby does. Spencer just kind of hides the fact that she didn't get accepted to the college that all her family members got accepted to. Okay. Yeah. Toby gets a call but doesn't answer it, and that's all weird. Also, I think Toby was in the car with Mona at the time. Spencer talks to Ezra about not getting accepted, and then he offered help. Hannah talks to Emily. Emily and Hannah talking about the bruise and Paige, and Emily's looking around for some type of heating pad, but she ends up finding pills. Hannah finds her mom's Manolo shoes and shit under the sink with a whole bunch of dirt. Emily takes some pills, some painkillers basically. And when I looked at the shoes, looking at the shoes, I'm thinking Mrs. Mary didn't go to New York just first. I think she was in Rosewood before she went to the city. Aria goes to self-defense class where Olden was, and she makes up basically schedules a class for it with his teacher. And then Hannah and her mom talking about the shoes and this thing, and she gets all defensive. Then Hannah calls Spencer, and Spencer doesn't answer, but Allie's mom, Miss Delarentis, spots her out. They talk for a little bit. And then Lily somebody's firing out the window, and then Allie's mom talks about the parrot that her mother-in-law or whatever gave to her. And it's been repeating stuff, whatever Allie said. Ezra helps out Spencer with the essay, saying that you maybe need to tone it down about what happened in your life or whatever. Aria is getting taught martial arts at the time, and the teacher gets a little flirty, and she feels a little flirty. Allie's mom gets a little defensive about when Hannah talks about when they found Allie's body. And then they go to a flashback of when Allie and her mom have lunch, and they talk about going to Cape Cod or Cape May, whatever, and how they needed a much needed sleepover, and then Allie's mom was saying no, and then Allie decided to hold her breath until her mom gave in, which she did. Oh, look at this now. You want to hold your breath and shit? Hey, hold your breath. Go ahead, keep holding it. Back to Arya and her instructor. He's helping her out, and then next thing you know, she plants a kiss on him. Obviously, he's fine. Then she's driving, she sees Mona talk to the police, and then Mona explains why she's talking to the police. Just to listen to the other policemen behind the decoy. When she found out they're investigators, and the investigators taped off the place where Wilson might have been, and found his prints and prints of heels that Mona thinks Allie wore. But they weren't. At least I know they weren't. Or as we've seen, it probably wasn't. Toby tells Spencer why he moved the RV, and then Spencer was like, why do you want to make more deals with the devil and think that's going to help us? He makes one, and then he shows the transcript from Bradley for when his mom was there, and about how his mother killed herself. Emily's taking pills, and somebody's spying on her. Then Shauna shows up and basically makes competition, saying, "Oh, I'm trying to take that spot too." That Paige has a scholarship for at the college. And then she takes another pill. Spencer's reading the transcript, and then Toby's crying, and stuff didn't seem right, or it seemed like Bradley was hiding stuff that they didn't show Toby's family when his mother died. Arya comes in, and then Emma's at her swim meet. She does fine, and then she gets all disoriented and hits her head. So she has to get stitches and whatnot. And Hannah comes to Spencer's house with the parrot. And basically, the parrot stayed at Spencer's house, and the parrot was basically not singing his song. It was singing a number, because Spencer listened to it long enough. Arya's instructor comes over and basically tries to make a date with Arya. Then Arya and Hannah ends up at Spencer's house, but before that, Paige talks to Emily about what happened and how she didn't want to tell Paige the truth about what happened because of A. And then it goes to Spencer, Arya, and Hannah at Spencer's house. About the phone, they call the phone number, but nobody answers. And then they go try to record from Tibby, but Tibby got stolen. And then towards the end, Mrs. Marin is trying to throw away them dirty ass shoes that she had, and she turns on the outside light, but it got busted. Next thing you know, she throws out the shoes, and A is sitting there eating what looked like, I thought it was Tibby at first, but it wasn't. It was like a little chicken, and Tibby is sitting there looking at the food like, no. And then it's repeating the same song that's been repeating throughout the whole episode. So yeah, this episode here has some questions for me. And side note, watch Twisted. That's a good show too. As I am done because I'm in a rush and I need to go. Bye guys.